Our pain, our struggles, and all the burdens we carry boil down to one profound phenomenon and the effect it brings. Its name: time. The methods we're about to explore are not just tools to manage your hours, they're guides to help you embrace time as an ally. They will show you how to navigate its flow with intention, channel its energy for growth, and make peace with its inevitable passage. Because in the end, time isn't the enemy. The real challenge lies in how we choose to spend it and how we let it shape our lives. Let this serve as your foundation. As we move forward, remember, each method isn't just about using time efficiently, but about living meaningfully within its bounds. Let's dive in. Here are 10 practical methods from various disciplines: science, psychology, philosophy, and spirituality that address time, change, and how to master them. Memento Mori. Remember that you must die. It's an ancient Stoic practice that isn't about fear, but about focus. By reflecting on life's finite nature, you cut through distractions and align your actions with what truly matters. And here's the thing, this isn't just about being productive, it's also a way to check in with yourself. Are you enjoying life? Are you living in a way that feels right for you? Maybe productivity isn't your priority, and that's okay. Memento Mori isn't about squeezing every ounce of efficiency out of your day. It's about seeing if your life feels meaningful, whether that's through work, rest, relationships, or creativity. Psychology backs this up. Reflecting on mortality helps people focus on what brings them joy and fulfillment, not just ticking boxes or chasing achievements. It's a way to clear the noise and see what truly makes you happy. A simple way to bring this into your life is with a daily reminder. It could be a symbol on your desk, like an hourglass, or just a note that says, Memento Mori. These small triggers help you pause and ask, am I spending my time in a way that feels right? Or take a moment at the end of your day. Reflect on how you spent your time, not just if it was productive, but if it felt good, meaningful, or satisfying. If this were your last day, would you be at peace with how it went? This practice isn't about dwelling on death, it's about living with intention. Whether that means building something grand or simply savoring the small, quiet moments. It's a reminder that life is precious, and how you spend it should reflect who you truly are. Cognitive reappraisal is all about shifting your perspective. It's like looking at the same picture, but seeing a completely different story. When you change how you interpret a tough situation, you change how it feels. Instead of frustration or fear, you can uncover something valuable, an opportunity to grow, learn, or adapt. Here's how it works. When something stresses you out, your brain's amygdala kicks in. Hello, fear and overwhelm. But by reframing your thoughts, you activate your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain. It's like switching gears from panic to problem solving. Say you're feeling anxious about aging. The default thought might be, I'm losing my best years. But here's the reframe. This is my chance to focus on wisdom, freedom, and doing things that truly matter to me. Instead of loss, you see potential. This doesn't mean ignoring the tough stuff. It's about finding a new angle that makes the tough stuff manageable. Maybe it's asking yourself, what can I learn from this? What opportunities might be hiding in this challenge? The more you practice this, the easier it gets. It's not magic, it's a skill. And with time, it can reshape the way you see the world. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, is a powerful example of this. Even in unimaginable suffering, he found meaning by reframing his experience, focusing on dignity and purpose. That mindset didn't change his situation, but it changed how he lived through it. So remember, you can't always control what happens, but you can control the story you tell yourself about it. And that story, it can make all the difference. Albert Einstein's groundbreaking theory of relativity showed us something profound. Time isn't fixed, it bends and shifts depending on external factors like speed or gravity. But here's the fascinating part, it's not just a concept for physicists. Our perception of time is just as flexible, shaped by how we engage with life's moments. Think about it. During joyful or exciting times, hours can fly by like minutes. Yet in a dull or stressful situation, every second seems to stretch forever. Neuroscience backs this up. Engaging activities flood the brain with dopamine, sharpening focus and compressing our sense of time. In contrast, boring tasks don't trigger this stimulation, making them feel endless. So, how do you take control? Add enjoyment to the mundane. Pair routine tasks with something fun. Listen to a gripping podcast while cleaning or a favorite playlist during your commute. This tricks your brain into processing these moments as more engaging. Embrace novelty. Trying new hobbies, exploring different routes, or even small changes in your day-to-day routine can stimulate your brain. Novelty makes time feel fuller because your mind devotes more attention to the unfamiliar. Break down big tasks. Overwhelming tasks can feel endless. Break them into manageable chunks with regular breaks. This resets your mental clock, preventing burnout and making time seem less daunting. Shift focus to slow time during joyful periods. When life feels exceptionally good, like during exciting vacations, career successes, or fulfilling personal moments, time can seem to fly. To counter this and stretch the joy, engage in slower, less stimulating activities. For instance, try watching a deliberately boring TV series or reading a poorly written book. These mundane tasks force your brain to process time differently, slowing it down and making those joyful moments feel longer by comparison. For instance, if you're enjoying a great period at work, balance it by watching a slow-paced documentary or organizing old emails. During a relaxing holiday, read a dry, factual book alongside your favorite beach novel. Work with your natural peaks. Align your most demanding tasks with your mental energy highs, whether that's early morning or late evening. You'll reduce mental resistance and make time feel more productive and satisfying. These strategies aren't just about productivity, they're tools for life satisfaction. Research in neuroscience shows that managing how you perceive time can reduce stress, increase creativity, and help you live more intentionally. You can't control the clock itself, but you can control how you experience it. Whether you're savoring joyful moments, breaking up monotony, or deliberately slowing time, the power lies in your hands. Time becomes less of something to endure and more of something to shape. Mindfulness is not a trendy buzzword. It's an ancient practice dating back over 2,500 years to the teachings of the Buddha. Originally called sati in Pali, mindfulness was taught as a path to liberation from suffering by fully experiencing the present moment, free from judgment or distraction. But this isn't just spiritual philosophy. It's a practice that has been rigorously studied and validated by modern neuroscience. So, how does mindfulness work? Studies using MRI scans show that regular mindfulness meditation physically changes the brain. It increases gray matter density in regions linked to memory, learning, and emotional regulation, such as the hippocampus. It also reduces activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for our fight or flight response, lowering stress and anxiety levels. This isn't magic, it's biology. Mindfulness essentially rewires your brain to handle life's challenges with greater calm and clarity, and it doesn't stop there. Mindfulness has been shown to improve focus, decrease symptoms of depression, and even enhance immune function. These effects make it one of the most powerful tools to combat the stress caused by our endless fixation on the past and future. Let's put this into action. Right now, I'll shortly guide you through the process. Sit comfortably in a quiet place. You don't need to cross your legs like a monk. Just find a position where you can relax yet stay alert. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, then exhale slowly. Feel the air as it enters your nose, fills your lungs, and leaves your body. Focus entirely on this sensation. As you breathe, thoughts may pop into your head. What's for dinner? That awkward moment last week. Tomorrow's deadlines. That's normal. Instead of trying to suppress them, just notice them. Then gently bring your focus back to your breath. Expand your awareness to your body. Feel your feet against the ground, your hands resting on your lap, the sounds around you. Simply observe without labeling anything as good or bad. Try this for 2 minutes to start. It might feel strange at first, but like any skill, it gets easier with practice. We live much of our lives trapped in either the past, regretting what we cannot change, or the future, worrying about what might never happen. Mindfulness breaks that cycle. It anchors you in the now, the only moment where life truly happens. Skeptical? Consider this. Mindfulness isn't a belief system, it's a method. You don't need to believe in it for it to work. Neuroscience has proven its effectiveness, and people from CEOs to athletes to trauma survivors use it to thrive. So, pause this video, set a timer for 2 minutes, and try it. When you return, ask yourself how you feel. Chances are, you'll notice a subtle but real shift in your state of mind, a small but significant step toward mastering the flow of time. Ever felt like unfinished tasks just linger in your head, distracting you and making it hard to focus? That's the Zeigarnik effect at work. It's the brain's way of nagging you about incomplete work. But there's a way to quiet that mental noise: time blocking. Time blocking is about organizing your day into chunks of time, each dedicated to a specific task or activity. It's like creating a roadmap for your time. Instead of a long, overwhelming to-do list, you have a structured plan that tells you what to focus on and when. This approach not only helps you get things done, but also frees your mind from the constant worry of, what should I do next? So how does it work? Start by writing down everything you need to do tomorrow. Work tasks, errands, meals, downtime, everything. Then, assign each task a time slot on your calendar. The key is to treat each block like an appointment you can't skip. Once a task has its time, you give it your full attention, no multitasking. This method works wonders because it aligns with how your brain is wired. Humans focus better on one thing at a time, and multitasking often leads to mistakes and wasted energy. Over time, you'll get better at estimating how long tasks take and adjusting your schedule. The beauty of time blocking isn't just about productivity. You can block time for relaxation, hobbies, or even nothing at all. It's not about cramming more into your day. It's about reclaiming time as a tool to live your life intentionally. And the best part? Those nagging, unfinished tasks lose their power because they already have a place in your schedule. You can finally focus on what's in front of you, knowing everything else is under control. Gratitude journaling is like hitting the pause button on a busy life to take stock of what's going right. It's not just about feeling good, it's about shifting your mindset to appreciate the small, often overlooked positives around you. And when you do this regularly, it changes how you perceive time itself. Here's the science behind it. When you focus on gratitude, your brain releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These don't just boost your mood, they make the present moment feel more meaningful. Gratitude also rewires your brain, strengthening pathways that help with emotional resilience and clarity. It's like training your mind to notice what really matters. But here's the real magic. Gratitude reduces that constant sense of there's never enough time. It pulls your attention away from what you don't have and toward what you do. Suddenly, life feels less like a race and more like a series of rich, connected moments. And it's not just about the present. Gratitude can reframe the past too. Think about a mistake or regret. Instead of replaying what went wrong, gratitude helps you see what came out of it. Maybe a lesson, a connection, or even just the fact that you made it through. It's a way to take control of your narrative and let go of what weighs you down. When you journal, keep it simple. You're not writing a novel. Just jot down what you're thankful for. Maybe it's a friend who reached out, a good meal, or even the quiet moments that let you breathe. Be specific. The details matter. Instead of just saying, I'm grateful for my friend, say, I'm grateful for the way Sarah made me laugh today. It reminded me how lucky I am to have her. It's quick, 5 minutes a day, but those 5 minutes can reshape how you see your time and your life. Gratitude journaling doesn't just make you happier, it helps you savor the journey, turning every day into an opportunity to pause, reflect, and move forward with purpose. Let's talk about time travel, but not the sci-fi kind. Our brains have an incredible ability called Chronesthesia, essentially mental time travel. It's how we vividly remember the past and imagine the future. Chronesthesia is your brain's natural way of jumping between the past and the future, helping you reflect on where you've been and plan where you're going. And guess what? You can train this ability to make your life smoother, your goals clearer, and your decisions smarter. Imagine this, you take a few moments every day to explore your personal timeline. First, think back to a moment when you felt proud, a big win, or a tough challenge you overcame. Picture it clearly, like you're reliving it. Feel what it was like, see the details, hear the sounds. Now, fast forward to the future. Picture a goal you really want to achieve. Imagine yourself right there in that moment of success. What does it look like? How does it feel? As you hold on to that vision, think about the steps that could get you there. Maybe some challenges pop into your mind. That's okay. See yourself tackling them, one by one, like you've already figured it out. The trick is to write down these insights afterward. What lesson from the past can help today? What small step will move you closer to that vision of the future? This isn't just daydreaming. It's like creating a mental roadmap that connects your past wins, your future goals, and your present actions. It's a simple way to turn imagination into motivation. Chronesthesia isn't just a neat brain quirk, it's a tool to stay grounded in the present while shaping a better tomorrow. Try it. It's like giving your brain a map and a compass for life. Let's talk about the beginner's mind, a simple yet transformative practice rooted in Zen Buddhism known as Shoshin. It's about seeing the familiar with fresh eyes, approaching every moment as if it's the first time. Sounds abstract. It's not. It's actually a practical way to make time feel richer and more meaningful. Why does this work? Neuroscience gives us the answer. When we experience something new, the brain releases dopamine, the chemical that drives motivation and learning. But as tasks become routine, that novelty fades and days start to blur. Studies show that embracing the beginner's mind rewires how we engage with the everyday, boosting creativity and mental flexibility. Think about this. A world-class chef, after cooking thousands of meals, might easily see it as just a job. But the great ones, they stay curious, treating each dish as an opportunity to rediscover flavors, textures, and techniques. This mindset keeps them inspired and at the top of their game. And it's not just chefs. Watch a child play in a puddle. To them, it's not just water, it's an adventure. Adopting that sense of curiosity as adults helps us bring that same energy into even mundane tasks. So how do you do it? Start small. Take something routine like making coffee. Notice the aroma, the sound of the water pouring, the way the steam rises. Pretend it's your first time. Sure, it might feel strange, but it trains your brain to notice and engage. Why does this matter? Because time isn't just something that passes, it's something you experience. When you approach life with a beginner's mind, you make every moment feel fresh, turning the ordinary into something extraordinary. Flow state is that incredible feeling of being completely absorbed in what you're doing. Time? It just disappears. You felt it, maybe while gaming, painting, writing, or tackling something challenging but exciting. Psychologists call this flow, and it's not just some abstract concept, it's backed by science. Here's how it works. When you're in flow, your brain enters a state of hyperfocus. The part responsible for self-criticism and keeping track of time, the prefrontal cortex, quietly steps back. This is called transient hypofrontality. At the same time, your brain releases a mix of chemicals like dopamine and norepinephrine, which supercharge focus and motivation. And it's not just about feeling good. Studies show people in flow are more productive, more creative, and even happier overall. Companies like Google and NASA build flow-friendly environments because it works. How can you get there? Pick the right task. It should be challenging, but not overwhelming. Too easy and you're bored, too hard and you'll get frustrated. Set clear goals. Know exactly what you're trying to achieve, whether it's finishing a design or solving a tricky problem. Remove distractions, turn off your notifications, shut the door, and focus. Enjoy the process. Flow happens when you focus on the task itself, not just the outcome. Think about it. When was the last time you got so lost in something you didn't even notice the hours pass? That's flow, and it's a game changer. Give it a try and watch your sense of time, productivity, and enjoyment completely shift. Anitya is the idea that nothing lasts forever, not your emotions, your successes, your struggles, or even your relationships. It's a core principle in Buddhism that says, accepting this fact of life isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of the fear and clinging that keep us trapped. Instead of resisting change, you learn to move with it. Here's the kicker, modern psychology backs this up. Research shows that people who embrace change experience less stress and better mental health. Why? Because they stop wasting energy trying to fight things they can't control. This is how you can incept it to your life. Notice the little changes. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what shifted today? Maybe it's the weather, a conversation, or even just your mood. Reflecting on small changes makes you more adaptable to the big ones. Appreciate what's fleeting. Take an everyday object, a flower, a candle, anything, and really look at it. Realize it won't last forever, and let that thought make it more meaningful, not less. Reframe loss. Instead of seeing something ending as a failure, try seeing it as the start of something new. Lost opportunities often make room for better ones, but only if you let them. The The beauty of impermanence is this: it helps you stop clinging to what was and start living in what is. The moment you let go of trying to make everything last forever, you'll find it's easier to enjoy what's here right now. I really recommend you make this a daily practice.